maid was peeking at the rich girl practicing dance, when she accidentally knocked over the vase behind her. Though she caught it, she then bumped open the door, and stumbled into the dance studio. The rich girl was furious. Servants like the maid were utterly unworthy of entering the dance studio. She even suspected the maid of stealing household items, and snatching the music box left by the maid's mother.
It's mine. It's precious. Oh, I'm sure. Fetch! No!
The music box shattered into pieces. The girl was heartbroken. It was the only thing her mother had left her. Yet the rich girl wore a look of utter indifference. Just then, a mailman arrived with a delivery. It was the acceptance letter from the dance academy for the rich girl. To get revenge on the rich girl, the maid decided to impersonate her and attend the dance academy instead. The girl's name was Fei. She grew up in an orphanage. She always had a dream to become a great dancer, but the orphanage director often advised her,
All the world has a dream. Don't get this into your head. Dreams are not reality. Dreams are buried because life is hard, brutal, and without pity.
Felicie paid no heed to the words. With her childhood friend Victor's help, she escaped the orphanage. Along the way, her music box broke. Victor thoughtfully fixed it for her. After a long journey, they finally arrived in Paris, but Victor accidentally fell from the bridge. Fortunately, a boat caught him. Felicie wandered the streets alone, unintentionally arriving at the Paris Opera House. This was every dancer's paradise. Felicie found herself drawn inside. There she witnessed true dancers. Solid technique paired with breathtaking grace. Like a real swan gliding through the air, Felicie was utterly captivated, instinctively reaching out her arms. Just then, the security guard suddenly appeared.
You came here to steal, didn't you? Answer me! You're a thief!
Felicie desperately explained. She was merely watching the dancers perform, but the guard refused to listen, and even tried to strike her. Just then, a disabled maid appeared in time, ordering the guard to release the girl, or she would report him to the director for negligence that allowed thieves into the theater. Hearing this, the guard had no choice but to let her go. Yet Felicie, newly arrived in Paris, had nowhere to go, and could only sneak behind the maid Odette. Seeing her good intentions, Odette brought her to work in a wealthy household. Thus Felicie found lodging. Though she endured daily humiliation from the rich family, the chance to secretly learn dance made her silently endure it all, until the music box her mother left her was smashed. Felicie resolved to impersonate a wealthy girl to enter the dance academy. She deceived the academy's principal, and slipped into the ballet tutu she'd always dreamed of. But Felicie, with no dance training whatsoever, made a complete fool of herself, unable even to master the most basic stance. While others leapt with grace and lightness, she alone stumbled clumsily, while others danced in perfect unison. Only she couldn't keep the beat. Witnessing this, the instructor publicly reprimanded her. No matter how wealthy your family, here, only talent matters. He then announced to all students that one would be eliminated daily. The final winner would star in his new stage production. Everyone worked tirelessly after hearing this, yet Felicie's performance remained the worst. Clearly, she was about to be eliminated, until she discovered a classmate stuck in a split. Thus, Felicie luckily remained, but she knew without real talent, elimination was inevitable. Then Felicie was discovered by Odette, who worked at the theater. Odette took the girl in, but Felicie impersonated the wealthy girl. Racked with guilt, Felicie apologized to Odette. She tried to return the letter and confess her mistake, but Odette stopped her. Felicie's passion for dance stirred memories within Odette. She was once the finest dancer in the opera house, but an accident left her permanently disabled, forcing her to bid farewell to her performing career. That's why she wanted to help Felicie become a true dancer.
Training starts at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Are you a teacher?
Do you have another option?
Early the next morning, they began their training. Odette had Felicie jump up to touch the bell, without splashing water upon landing. This was nearly impossible for anyone to achieve. No matter how many times she tried, the result remained the same. Felicie felt discouraged, but a feather caught her attention. She instantly understood. A dancer must be as light as a feather. Felicie tried again, and unexpectedly succeeded. Odette nodded with satisfaction. Today's dance class saw Felicie pass with flying colors. No longer was she the one being eliminated. Under Odette's guidance, Felicie progressed rapidly. Each day she stood on a wooden barrel, balancing on her toes to hang clothes. When cleaning windows, she had to lift her feet above her head. To train her balance, she spun in circles daily on a wheel, holding 2 cups of water in her hands. Fall after fall, she tried again and again. Felicie finally mastered the training.
Cheers.
Cheers.
One by one, her classmates were eliminated. Everything was moving in the right direction. She and Victor went to the bar to celebrate, and couldn't help but start dancing to the music. Her graceful moves were spotted by her instructor, who gradually began to see her in a new light. But she never imagined that the next day at the academy, the rich girl and her mother publicly exposed her true identity.
Stole my life, my honor, and my
my name! I want it back!
With no other choice, Felicity had to confess everything, but her passion for dance and her hard work had not gone unnoticed by her mentor, so he decided to let the two girls compete fairly. If Felicity won, she would get the role in the new play. If she lost, she would be sent back to the orphanage.
Then, Félicie Lebrun from Brittany, the future at the opera is in your hands.
Odette knows the wealthy girl inside out. She's been studying ballet since childhood, her technique and strength both flawless, and she holds herself to the strictest standards. Felicity, on the other hand, eats little and lacks strength, her muscles devoid of any explosive power. Theoretically speaking, Felicity stands no chance. Her only hope lies in her passion for dance. Whenever she dances, she pours her emotions into every movement, making her dance vibrant and full of life. Yet the day before the competition, the Academy's wealthy heir suddenly confessed his feelings to Felicity, asking her out on a date. Though hesitant at first, Felicity ultimately succumbed to his sweet talk, and agreed. After returning home, Odette gifted Felicity her own point shoes, and arranged a final pre-competition training session. But Felicity refused Odette's offer, because she had a date.
He says I'm ready. He says I'm unique.
Why do you dance?
Stop asking me that question.
When I was a dancer, the night before an audition, I trained and then I rested.
Rudy's waiting for me.
Stay.
No, you're not my mom.
Odette saw this and stopped trying to persuade her. She let Felicity make her own choice. Felicity still went on the date with the rich kid. Little did she know Victor had already arrived here, setting up the scene to confess his feelings to her. Instead, he was mocked by the rich kid.
Ever since you started at the opera, who are you trying to be? Mixing with this big, hairy asparagus? You're so sad.
Whoa, Spokojnie. I could knock you out with one flick of my tiny finger.
The two came to blows. Felicity stepped in just in time to stop them. At the same moment, she realized her mistake, but she couldn't bring herself to face Odette. Instead, she fell asleep on the rooftop. When she awoke, the competition had already begun. The mentor anxiously glanced at his pocket watch. The wealthy girl had already finished her performance. Just as the mentor was about to announce the results, Felicity arrived at the scene, panting heavily.
Did you sleep?
Not much.
Did you train yesterday?
No.
Why?
Hearing the rebuke, Felicity lowered her head. Her mentor was deeply disappointed, yet unwilling to let such promising talent go to waste, so he granted her one final chance. But after a night spent sleeping outdoors, her strength was depleted. A simple movement sent her tumbling to the ground. Even when the instructor gave her another chance, Felicity stumbled on the same move once more. The instructor had no choice but to declare the wealthy girl the winner, and Felicity was sent back to the orphanage. Odette consequently lost her job. After returning to the orphanage, Felicity sank into despair, losing all her former liveliness and grace. But one night, she dreamed of her mother holding a music box, cradling young Felicity as they danced gracefully. Feeling her mother's encouragement, Felicity rallied once more, beginning to practice on her own. She drilled relentlessly at every fundamental skill. Though she'd lost a crucial opportunity, her dream remained unbroken. The caretaker, too, was moved by Felicity's dancing. Shouldn't the poor be allowed to pursue their dreams? He resolved to help Felicity. Mounting his beloved little motorcycle, he sped through the night with Felicity aboard, delivering her to the Paris Opera House. By dawn the next morning, she apologized to Odette with remorse, admitting her mistake. Odette forgave her. Meanwhile, the rich girl wasn't having an easy time either. Though her technical skills were solid, her performances were robotic, utterly emotionless, so she was constantly berated by her instructor. When she saw Felicity running back, she wanted to take her frustration out on her, but Felicity wasn't afraid of the rich girl at all anymore.
Why are you leaving? Scared of being humiliated? Looks like you need more training. You're nowhere near ready.
Thus began the showdown between two top dancers. Their duel instantly drew a crowd of classmates.
Oh my god.
Both leapt off the stage. They went head to head. Whether in movement or power, they seemed evenly matched. But this rich girl resorted to dirty tricks.
You can do it.
This time, she challenged the rich girl to the most difficult move. The rich girl followed closely behind, but chickened out at the last moment. Felicity leapt into the air, executing a flawless grand jump. The rich girl looked stunned, while Felicity landed perfectly. Cheers erupted from the crowd. The rich girl conceded Felicity had won, shaking hands in truce. But the rich girl's mother went berserk, chasing Felicity with a hammer. Fortunately, at the critical moment, Victor reappeared, rescuing Felicity with his hang glider. By evening, the performance was about to begin.
Let's set Paris on fire.
Felicie finally took the stage, alongside her favorite dancer. This was Felicie's first performance, and the beginning of her dream.